Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that we link with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. And some great games again yesterday in the Euros. Wow, France going out, Mbappe missing that penalty, and our masterclass in the game by Granit Xhaka. Price has got to go up now. That 17 million that we've been talking to Roma about, that has to go up. That's what he's been doing with all the other players in this tournament when they played well. Wow, he played brilliantly, Xhaka. If only he could do that for us week in, week out at Arsenal. But well done to him. I was really pleased for him yesterday. And wow, France out of the tournament. Could it be coming home? It's our chance tonight, England. Can we beat the Germans? Something we never able to seem to do. But listen, I'm looking forward to that game. And hopefully Saka starts in that game. He deserves to start after his man of the match performance in the last game. So hopefully he starts in that game. But France eliminated, Spain moved on, a really exciting game. They knocked out Croatia. The finalists of the last World Cup, both out, you know, Croatia, France, unbelievable. Time to get into the rumors. Nuno Tavares, I spoke about him yesterday. A left back from Benfica, only 21 years of age, and you'll see there the release clause of £75 million. However, the deal can be get done for a lot cheaper than that, and Arsenal said to be on the verge of signing him. He's a left back, as we know. We're looking for a backup for Kieran Tierney. This guy's been identified. We've looked at a lot of different players, but it looks like they're looking to move for Tavares, who's a very hot prospect out of Portugal. And according to a lot of reports, this could be done very soon. All terms have been agreed, and they're just sorting out a few things with the club now, and this will get done. So let's see if this is possibly the first signing of the summer. We know that we need a backup left back. Is a very important position to get sorted. You know, last year we had Granit Xhaka filling in there. We had, you know, Saka having to come back and fill in there. So would be a good signing if we can get somebody into that position. So let's see if that one happens. Or alternatively, will Arsenal move for this kid? He's been listed as another one, Miguel Gutierrez. He's only 19. He plays for Real Madrid. A left back. He made 3 starts last season, sort of broke into the team, and right at the end of the season, made 3 starts. Seen as a real top prospect over there. Arteta said to be a big admirer of him and would love to bring him to the Emirates. However, I think this is a very difficult deal to get done. Real Madrid, even though they are looking to ship out players, they know that they've got a bit of financial trouble at the moment, but he's a hot prospect, even though he probably won't get into the first team. You know, he's got Mendy in front of him there at Real Madrid, but they'd be very reluctant to let him go. So I still don't think that will happen. I still think it will be more the Nuno Tavares one happening, if any of those two. Also in the race for this guy now, Andrea Belotti, and you might remember him from, you know, transfer dailies in years gone by. I mean, we originally tried to buy him, I think it was back in 2017, Arsenal tried to buy him. That was just before they got Lacazette. They were showing a lot of interest in Belotti. Belotti was, you know, banging in the goals for Torino. Torino, I remember at the time, I think they wanted about, you know, over £50 million. And apparently Arsenal did bid over £50 million, but ended up rejecting that. That was silly money time. The silly money time days are over now. And now, because of COVID, some of these teams are having to get more realistic with the amount of money that they're charging for players. He's said to be available for around about £29 million. 27 now. Very experienced striker. He's in the Italian squad, has already played at the Euros, and available for around about £29 million. Arsenal said to be very interested. We know that, you know, Lacazette is nearing the last year of his contract and could be on his way out this summer. A whole host of clubs chasing him. AC Milan, Roma, Napoli, Fiorentina, all interested in him. And Arsenal said to be interested in him as well. Belotti, good striker. As I said, he had that prolific season. Good replacement for Lacazette. What do you guys think? We'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. What do you think? Do you think he'd be a great replacement for Alexander Lacazette? I'd love to hear from you guys. And then there's Aaron Ramsdale. Again, yesterday, we're getting linked heavily to Aaron Ramsdale. See on their reported fee of £24 million. Apparently, Sheffield United are looking for up towards £40 million. They only paid £18.5 million for him from Bournemouth, and that was about a year ago. We know that Sheffield United have been relegated. When you get relegated, you end up losing a lot of your top players. That's what's going to happen to them. And yeah, Aaron Ramsdale is on Arsenal's radar. They've made inquiries about him. They're very, very interested in him. I'm just not, I spoke about it last night on News Daily with James. It doesn't blow me away, Aaron Ramsdale. And does that tell us that Leno's moving him? Because surely Ramsdale is not going to come to Arsenal and be a number 2. Not after playing a full season in the Premier League, breaking into the England squad. Remember, in 2022, you got the World Cup coming up. Yes, Arsenal's a step up, obviously, from Sheffield United, but not if you're going to play as a number 2. And he's going to, it's not even like there's, European football this year. There's no European football, so he get even less time to play. So if he's coming in, does that mean that Leno's going? Surely it must mean that Leno's going if we got Ramsdale in, and we seem to be going quite aggressively after Ramsdale. So let's watch this space. I mean, of course, Leno is with the German squad. They're playing England, of course, tonight. He won't start in that game unless there's an injury to Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer is the number 1 certified for Germany. But yeah, it's this very strange and interesting one. And, all these moves for goalkeepers behind the scenes. What's going to happen with Leno? It's going to be really interesting to see. And as James made the point last night, if we got rid of, Martinez last season and he's gone to Villa, only to then get rid of Leno this season to bring in Ramsdale, to me, that's pretty poor business by Arsenal. But let's see. It's still rumours at the moment, but it does seem like Arsenal are making, they're very interested in Ramsdale. They're also very interested in Albert Sambi Lokonga. We know that. Again, there's lots of rumours that this deal is nearing completion. We know that Arsenal had a 13.5 million bid rejected. We know that Anderlecht want close to 17 million pounds, and it looks like Arsenal are getting there, and that one could happen. Defensive midfielder, we do need that. Real hot prospect. I was reading an article the other day where he was getting bigged up by all kinds of legendary players, saying that, he could be the next big thing. Didn't quite make, he made the provisional Belgium squad, but didn't quite make the main team. But, Vincent Kompany, who's at Anderlecht now, saying that, listen, this guy is the future. Let's hope he is the future at Arsenal, because that is an area that we've needed to address for a very, very long time. And hopefully he can be the answer long-term in that position. Linked to another young player today, and that's Martin Sotranio. Sotranio plays for Inter Milan. He's only 20, and he's a forward. Now, he had 14 goals and 6 assists last season for Inter's Primavera team, which is not the full first team. But he broke into, near around the full first team towards the end of the season. But just sort of sat on the bench. He hasn't played a full game yet for Inter Milan. But there's a lot of teams interested in the Uruguayan, including Arsenal and Spurs. Both of them said to be very interested in him. He's still only 20, but is seen again as a really, really hot prospect. And, hot prospects nowadays, you got to look at. You got to buy them early before they go and, have a season when they bang in 15 goals plus, and then that price tag rises up to 30 million plus. So also looking at Martin Sotranio, again, prospects. I know at the moment people ain't really into seeing too many prospects right now. We want to see the real deal, the finished thing. But yes, also looking at him. And there's the intriguing Emile Smith-Rowe. That continues on, right? Emile Smith-Rowe being chased hard by Aston Villa. Apparently, they're on the verge of making a third bid. Wow. You know, they bid 20 million, 25 million, right? Sorry, 30 million. Now, apparently, they're looking to go even higher. Does look like they're trying to find a long-term replacement for Jack Grealish, who's more than likely going to move on this summer. Arsenal, though, have rejected all bids out of hand and have said to Aston Villa, Emile Smith-Rowe is not available. We are not selling him this summer. But Villa continue to test their resolve. What if, as James suggested last night, those bids get up to around the 50 million mark? Then what? Do we still keep refusing those? Or is he not available at any price? I don't want to see Emile Smith-Rowe leave at all, but what becomes an offer that you can't refuse? I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. What is an offer you can't refuse for Emile Smith-Rowe? But imagine we're getting bullied up at the moment by Villa, not City, not Chelsea, not, you know, Man United, those teams that normally come and try and buy our players. Villa. It's where we're at the moment, guys. It's where we're at. And we need to get away from that very, very soon. And finally, let's just touch on William Saliba, still being hunted down by loads and loads of teams. Lille, the latest team to be interested in him. There's a whole queue of teams inquiring about William Saliba on loan because he's a quality centre-back, young prospect, and they're all interested in him. And again, it's going to be very interesting to see where he ends up this season. Will he even do a pre-season for Arsenal? Remember when the Euros finish, within a couple of weeks, all the pre-season start. Also, William Saliba, I know he's playing, you know, he's been selected to play at the Olympics for France, seen as a future France centre-back. And I'll tell you what, when I saw France's defending yesterday, you know, they could do with him maybe now. But we will find out what happens with him, no doubt, this summer. Let's hope he does have a future at Arsenal. Listen, thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to check it out tomorrow as well. Good luck to England today. Saka, he has to play. Let's hope that the star boy puts in another masterclass. Thanks for watching the show, and I'll see you tomorrow.